To do that, we can add, for example, a three-tone effect. And there is like one trick here we can make. For example, we want just to keep the color, the original color. For example, if, for example, the saturation is 100, okay, let's turn off our three-tone effect. For example, the saturation is like around 0, so it's standard. For example, if we want to keep this color till the moment, for example, if you go back, if it's fully desaturated, and at this moment we can get the option to choose which color will be dominant on our map. So for that we have to link our three-tone effect blend with original percentage to our slider, but with a trick. Here, for example, if we add like a stopwatch and we link here to our slider value, so the result is like this. For example, it's 0%, so the three-tone effect is dominant, but if we go, for example, to 0%, but we still have our color here, you can notice it. For example, if you go to purple, you can notice that we still have the purple color because 2.4%. It's following the value of the slider. So for that we need to add like here, like plus 100, like that. For example, if it's fully desaturated, we have our color dominant here, and if we want to desaturate, we have to choose, for example, this color. So we'll have only to worry about the mid-tone color. So to do that, go to our three-tone effect and we drag this color here. Here we're saying map color. The result is this map color will affect the map only if the map is desaturated. So we'll try it. For example, here it's greenish, but if we are at 0%, we have our color. As you notice here, the more we're going back, the more the color is dominant. That's the trick. One more option is we can still add more features to our map. For example, I can imagine that I can add a grid effect, new adjustment layer here, say grid, and we can choose grid effect from here, and we can drag our grid here. This is our grid effect. Blending mode, we can add it like overlay, and we can adjust our grid. Can change the color of the grid. For example, here we can change the opacity, and even we can move it under the map. We can add a little bit of opacity, 35%. More than that, we can add one more control. For example, we can add a checkbox control. So here, add expression control, checkbox control, and here, for example, we can add an expression to the opacity. So for example, here we'll tell if let's before that checkbox like ch equal, and we'll assign like the variable of the checkbox like this. For example, if we open our checkbox, we'll have our grid. If it's unchecked, the grid disappear. And we'll add, click on E our checkbox, and we'll add our checkbox here and write grid, and it's working already. I don't know if you can notice it or just you can see it. Let's for now let's work more on the opacity. Maybe you can see it. So here in the expression you can change it from 35 to 50%. I think you can see it. And more than that, maybe control, like color control, you can choose the color of the grid. So to do that, we'll add like a fill effect, color correction, or just we can use the feature of the grid itself. So here the color is black. Here you can just drag this one as the grid effect, the grid color, can add it here, so it will be grid color. So this is our marker. A normal layer will work on the animation of our marker. So to do that is like we go to layer, pre-compose, and move all attributes to the new composition. Sorry. And we'll double click and we'll try to make an animation here, maybe after the map blinking. Position here. Go a little bit down, and here going up, and add opacity. So if we check for the animation, yeah, it looks nice. Maybe we'll add like shining in it. So what we'll do, we'll duplicate the layer, we'll add it a fill effect, generate fill effect, maybe white, and we'll add a mask here, double M, opacity, reduce the opacity, and we'll try to animate the mask. So for example, at this moment nothing will happen. After just hitting the ground, mask path, let's, okay, that looks nice. Go back to our map. Okay, so now we'll turn it 3D, move it to our composition, move it to our location, sorry, and put it here. Okay, that looks nice. The only problem that, for example, if we write any other location, we'll have this one here, so we can't move it. So what we'll do now is like this marker, we'll rename it as M, just marker Tunisia, and we'll turn on the opacity. Just we'll make an expression just once. For example, we type Tunisia, the opacity is 100%, and that reminds me of another expression that we have it already in the opacity. As you see, if Tunisia is 100%, so we'll just copy the expression, or just we can link the opacity of marker Tunisia here. We can link the opacity like this to the opacity of the highlight layer. The same thing, for example, marker Tunisia. Here we have marker Egypt, marker Australia, marker United States, marker France. Here rename all the layers. Egypt, Australia, here marker USA, here marker France. Okay, so here in the opacity, as you can say, this comp layer H Tunisia transform opacity. What we'll do now, just we'll go to the T or just U, and here if it's Egypt, we'll write just Egypt, referring to the H Egypt layer. Here same thing at Australia. Here USA, and here France. Now we have to worry only about the position. So Tunisia is okay, and what we'll do now, just for Egypt, so we'll write Egypt here. So we have Egypt, and we'll move the marker from here to Egypt. Can scale it. Australia, marker of Australia is there. Can just move it to the arrows. Can scale it up. Okay, USA, right, USA here, having our USA marker, move it to USA, scale it up. And at last, France. I'll move the marker of France. Okay. Scale it up a little bit. Okay. Save our project. Everything is fine, I hope. So we'll set the poster, for example here, and we'll export our template to rename it, for example, map generator, and we'll export our template, browse map generator, save it. Okay. Okay, Once on Adobe Premiere Pro, we can open a new project, or just we can add it to our current project or the project we are working on. And new item sequence. After that, we go to our essential graphics panel, our map generator, drag it on our timeline. Okay, once loaded, we can check. So this is our template. We'll try to change some setting here. For example, put USA. As you can see, everything is working fine. Maybe here we'll desaturate it. Okay, we'll change this one to a little bit brighter. Okay, everything is working fine. Let's try, for example, Tunisia. Yes, maybe the grid will change the color of the grid to black. Okay, I think this is all for now. You can add just, for example, some shadow here to your marker. You can just change the color. For example, you can make your own template with changing, now you know how to do that. You can change the color, put like another color control just to choose the color for the marker. You can add some boundaries, you can change the text, you can give, for example, give other field of other information like a legend or a graphic, whatever you want. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed my tutorial. Thank you for watching, and bye.